5 places on Earth where the evidence is sitting right in front of us and we still can't explain it. A book that mathematicians, code breakers, and even artificial intelligence have failed to translate for 600 years. A 2,000-year-old machine more advanced than anything built for the next 1,000. And a desert covered in shapes so massive you'd need to be in the sky to even know they're there. Welcome to Forgotten Chronicles. Stick around, because mystery number 1 on this list still doesn't have an accepted explanation, even today. Let's start with number 5. Number 5, the Voynich Manuscript. It's a book, 240 pages filled with drawings of plants that don't exist anywhere in nature, diagrams that look almost astronomical, and page after page of flowing handwritten text in an alphabet nobody on Earth can read. Carbon dating places the parchment in the early 1400s. The book is named after Wilfred Voynich, the rare book dealer who rediscovered it in 1912, and it's been sitting in Yale University's library ever since, fully digitized, fully available to study, and still completely unread. Professional code breakers have tried for over a century. US military cryptologists worked on it during and after World War II. Modern researchers have thrown statistical analysis and even artificial intelligence at the text. And here's the strange part. The writing behaves like a real language. The word patterns and structure look statistically authentic, not random, which makes the hoax theory harder to believe. Every few years, someone claims to have finally cracked it. Every time the claim falls apart under scrutiny. After 600 years, the Voynich Manuscript remains one of the only books on the planet that has never been read by anyone alive today. And number 4, the Antikythera Mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers searching a Greek shipwreck near the island of Antikythera pulled up a corroded, unremarkable lump of bronze. It sat in a museum drawer for decades before anyone realized what it actually was. Inside that lump, more than 30 interlocking gears, precise enough to predict solar and lunar eclipses, track the position of the planets, and even calculate the dates of the ancient Olympic Games. Modern researchers have used X-ray scanning to read inscriptions buried inside the corroded fragments, tiny instructions smaller than the text on a coin, describing how the mechanism worked. It's now widely described as the world's first analog computer. The strange part isn't just what it could do, it's that nothing this mechanically advanced shows up again in the historical record for well over 1,000 years. Whoever built it had engineering knowledge, gear ratios, astronomical calculations, precision metalwork that the rest of the ancient world simply didn't have, and that history seems to have completely forgotten. Number 3, Stonehenge. We know roughly when it was built. Construction happened in stages over more than 1,000 years, starting around 3000 BC. We even know exactly where some of the stones came from. The smaller blue stones were traced through geological analysis to a specific quarry in the Preseli Hills of Wales, nearly 200 kilometers away. The massive sarsen stones, the ones forming the iconic outer circle, came from a closer source, only about 25 kilometers off. That detail alone raises a question nobody has fully answered. Why bother hauling smaller stones across an entire country, past plenty of perfectly good local rock, just to use them in this exact spot? What we still don't know is why the whole thing exists. Some researchers believe it was an astronomical calendar. Others think it was a healing site. Bones showing signs of illness and injury have been found nearby. Some believe it symbolized unity, different corners of ancient Britain represented in one monument, and it's also almost certainly a burial ground. Cremated human remains have been recovered from in and around the site. If you're enjoying this so far, now's a good moment to hit subscribe. The next two mysteries are even stranger. Number 2, the Nazca Lines. Etched into the Peruvian desert are hundreds of lines in shape: a hummingbird, a spider, a monkey, a tree, some stretching more than 200 meters across. They were made by simply removing the reddish surface stones to expose the lighter ground underneath, a method so simple it almost makes the mystery stranger. They have survived more than 2,000 years, largely because the region is one of the driest, calmest places on Earth. Almost no wind, almost no rain, nothing to erase them. And here's the part that should be impossible. Many of these shapes are so large that you can only really make out the full design from high in the air. The people who made them had no aircraft, no hot air balloons, nothing that could get them off the ground. So why design something meant to be seen from a perspective no human could reach? Some researchers think the lines were messages meant for the gods. Others believe they mark sacred paths to underground water sources, crucial in such a dry climate. Researchers using drones and AI are still finding new figures hidden in the desert today, and without written records from the people who made them, every explanation remains exactly that, a theory. And number 1, the Moai of Easter Island, also known by its Polynesian name Rapa Nui. Nearly 900 stone statues, some weighing more than 70 tons, scattered across one of the most remote islands on Earth. For centuries, the real question wasn't just how they were carved, it was how they moved, sometimes for miles from the quarry, without wheels, metal tools, or large animals to pull them. Excavations revealed something almost nobody expected. Many of the famous heads actually have full bodies buried underground, hidden by centuries of shifting soil. Some even have carvings on their backs that no one had seen until they were dug up. Researchers now believe the islanders may have literally walked the statues upright, rocking them side to side using ropes, the same way you might walk a heavy refrigerator into place. A team proved the technique works using a full-size replica, but whether that's actually how the original builders moved nearly 900 multi-ton statues is still debated. There's also a bigger mystery behind this one. Some researchers believe the effort of carving and moving these statues pushed the island's resources and population into collapse. Others argue the more likely cause was disease and conflicts brought by European contact. Either way, the society behind one of history's most ambitious monument projects left almost no explanation of why. 5 mysteries, thousands of years apart, built by people who had no contact with each other, using methods and knowledge that, in some cases, we still can't fully reconstruct today. Every one of them has a leading theory. Not one of them has a final answer. If you want to know the moment science finally cracks one of these, or if there's a mystery you think we missed, drop it in the comments and subscribe because the next one drops this week.